Alright, so we're here with another rant in a robe. Alright, so it's late at night, I'm tired, but I just had to come in here and talk to you about something that's really been creeping up for the last little while. It started out as a pretty innocent, kind of fun little topic on Twitter and amongst the various places on the interwebs. But what's happening here is people are simping now for older, failed consoles. We need to talk about this because what started out as something, pure joy for appreciating something that they loved. And let me make it absolutely clear here, I am not targeting fans, but we need to take the Wii U and the PS Vita and take a really good hard look at those and their fan bases and figure out what's going on here. Because what has started out as a fun way to support your favorite console, whether it be the Wii U, the PS Vita, or something else back in the day, what's happening now is people are using the Wii U and the PS Vita, or whatever their chosen console is, as a way to troll, guilt, and shame people into not enjoying the things that they enjoy. We really need to deep dive into this because this has really been bothering me. Now, let me set the record straight. Not every Wii U and PS Vita lover act like this. Absolutely not. I know a lot of people who are major fans of the Wii U and the PS Vita, and I am a fan of the Wii U and the PS Vita. I owned a Wii U around launch, or at least when it was relevant. I still own it. I enjoy it to this day. It's a great console. It had a lot of things going for it, and it had a few problems as well. But the PS Vita, same thing. For what it was a pretty great console. It was revolutionary at the time. It did a lot of things wrong, a lot of things right, and a lot of things wrong. But there's this whole culture now, this whole mean-spirited culture amongst people that are fans of these consoles in particular, who change and warp every single conversation into a conversation about why gamers should have supported these particular platforms when they were relevant. And they're trying to assert over and over and over again that we, the gamers, we, the consumers, are to blame for letting down or failing their favorite console and screwing it over for them, the uber fans of that console. And, they're blaming society, they're blaming gamers in general, and it's really getting under my nerves because, as I say, what started out as a fun way, with some of these hashtags on Twitter, should have bought a Wii U or something, haha, well, as soon as the Metroid Dread game was announced back at E3, these Wii U lovers just started going crazy, posting all kinds of things about how, the Switch doesn't have any of the older Metroid games, and you can get them on Wii U, and you can get them on 3DS, but you can't get them on the Switch, and it became mean-spirited as, haha, you Switch lovers suck, you've dug your own grave supporting this shitty Nintendo Switch, you should have supported the real console, the Wii U, when it was relevant, and then you'd still be able to play this game and that game and the other game on, your favorite console. But oh no, you the gamer, let the Wii U down. No. Reality check. The Wii U let itself down. Nintendo let the Wii U down. It was marketed wrong. It was not supported properly. They did all kinds of things to just first of all, the name Wii U. Nobody knew what the hell the Wii U was. Everybody thought it was like some deluxe version or mid-generation refresh of the Wii. Nobody really understood that it was a completely new generation of console. And then the whole weird thing between the tablet and the console, and what's going on with this weird controller, and there were so many questions with the Wii U that Nintendo did not do a good job of answering. Nintendo's marketing department failed the Wii U. The Wii U was an excellent console. It still is an excellent console, and in a lot of ways, it's actually still superior to the Switch, especially when it's specifically on the TV with the two-screen controls that were sometimes possible with the Wii U. Yes, Fantastic system. Revolutionary. Amazing. I love it. But you know what? You can't use that to spoil someone else's fun. When people are looking forward to that next new OLED Switch, let's say, and they're all excited about how it's going to look better, and it's got a better stand, and it's got a better this and a better that, better speakers, and everybody's out there just shaming you for being excited about something because Nintendo is shit, and you should never be excited about anything that Nintendo does, right? Because the PS Vita had an OLED screen in 2011. Well, let me tell you something about the PS Vita. Sony let the PS Vita down, not me, not the gamers out there. Sony let the PS Vita down. They launched that thing. Sure, it had an OLED screen, but did you realize that the PS Vita was $249 US at launch? And then a 64 gig memory card, a proprietary memory card that you had to buy for this thing, was another $100+. So the effective cost of the PS Vita at launch was $350 US plus tax. Did you know that the price of a PS3 with a full-size, like 160 gig or 250 gig hard drive in 2011 when the PS Vita launched was $299, sorry. So the PS Vita with a reasonable size memory card was $50 more expensive than the current PS3, current generation PS3 Slim, $299. Explain how that makes any sense back then when handheld consoles were considered to be the ugly stepchild of the full-size console. They were considered to be a supplementary product, and yet it was more expensive at launch when you included a reasonable size storage device for this thing. And let's talk about the storage device. For God's sakes, the PS Vita was built on internet architecture. It had a great virtual store where you could go and buy all kinds of great games digitally. But you know what? You couldn't get memory for the damn thing. It was ridiculously expensive. But you know what? You couldn't get memory for the damn thing. It was ridiculously expensive. So, even 64 gigs, which I guess was a good size in 2011, 2012, that's still ridiculously small to be downloading an entire library of games to. Let's say you want to own 30 or 40 digital games on your PS Vita. Well, a lot of the best experiences on the PS Vita were 1.5 gigs, 2 gigs. So, you're eating up that 64 gigabyte card pretty darn quick. And let's not talk about a lot of the casual games and apps and things that you might want to download and game saves and everything else. So the PS Vita was not perfect. Did it have an OLED screen? Yep, the first version did, but then they got rid of it in the second version. This thing even had cellular phone support so that you could have a SIM card in it because the internet was so important, but they couldn't give us an SD card. So, yeah, the Vita was great. Yeah, awesome. I still love the Vita, but it had a lot of problems, and it deserved to fail. No questions about it. So stop trying to virtue signal that your PlayStation Vita is so much more amazing because they were doing in 2011 what Nintendo was doing now. No, your OLED screen in 2011 was like 360p or something. Like, the resolution was pretty low. Yeah, it looked nice, but it wasn't anything real special. 720p OLED screen in a 7-inch package is going to look nicer than the Vita. There, I said it. Disagree with me if you want, that's just fine, but please, for the love of God, love what you love. Enjoy what you love. Are you a fan of the Vita? Love the Vita. Talk about the Vita. Praise the Vita. But why do you feel the need to shame other people for enjoying the things that they enjoy? I love my Nintendo Switch. I love the idea of buying a new Nintendo Switch. I have pre-ordered the OLED Nintendo Switch because I play in handheld a lot, and I really want to enjoy that new screen and that new kickstand and the new speakers. I think the new dock looks incredible in white. So you know what? Let people enjoy what they want to enjoy. Stop trying to gatekeep and stop trying to compare old things to new things and make it seem like the thing that I am excited about is not worth being excited about, and the thing that you're excited about from 10 years ago was so much better. Like, you know what? Enjoy what you want to enjoy. As a gamer, I enjoy all of it. I love the Vita, I love the Wii U. I'm never going to stop loving those things. But you know what? I want to enjoy new things too. And if you can't do that, you really, really shouldn't be interacting in these gaming spaces, because you are hurting people and you are hurting the community as a whole. You are filling the community with toxicity, and this needs to stop. This community is getting harder and harder and harder to navigate day by day by day, especially on places like Twitter. So please, for the love of God, if you're a fan of something, say something positive about it without having to say something negative about something else. That's my rant in a robe. Sorry for coming in here and maybe raining on your parade. I know there are certain people who have been making posts on Twitter. You know, I'm not talking about anybody in specific. I have friends who are passionate creators around the Wii U, and I respect their positions and I love their content. This is not about you. This is about the negative Nancy trolling that is going on Twitter, and I want it to stop. Anyways, guys, thanks. Have a good night. Stay classy.